Distillery Lane Ciderworks. Today we're going to talk about tree planting. This time of the year, late April, early May is when we start planting trees, the new trees. And right here is a very key instrument to that planting. This is our auger. We'll show you digging holes by hand, but I gotta say, if you're putting in a couple hundred or more trees, it's much nicer to have an auger either attached to your tractor or to the front end of your bobcat. So it's been a beautiful week here, and we've gotten a bunch of trees planted. We still have a few more to put in. And let's walk over to the orchard, and I'll give you the ABCs of tree planting. So these trees were our winter grafts. We planted these out yesterday. Hopefully we're going to get one of these buds pop here above the graft line in the next few weeks. And actually I can already see one that's right there in the middle. The bud has popped, and with any luck we'll have a nice shoot out of that. And we hope that we probably get maybe 3 to 4 feet of growth out of these trees this year. They'll be whips. We'll probably keep them in here for 2 years and plant them out in 2018. We've got about 300 new trees here, and we just planted out 100 yesterday, and we're going to go and show you how it's done. So we have planted out in the row over, 2 rows over our new trees. In this row, we've got a couple that we'd like to replace. We planted 80 Zestar in here last year, and we had 2 that didn't make it, which is fine because it's a good opportunity for us to put in a couple of crab apples in this row, which we need for colonization. So you'll need just a few basic tools, of course a shovel, where we're going to dig out where we can find the old root and dig a nice big hole. The second tool you need, this is a very important tool. If you don't have a giant auger attached to your tractor, then you need a post hole digger. This one is what we affectionately refer to here as a Mr. Bill special. Mr. Bill is my father, who's 86 years old and still loves to come down here and work, and who's still always cruising garage sales and yard sales, trying to find things that we may need down here. So this latest thing he found us was a post hole digger. You can still has the yard sales sticker on there for just $5. And I told Mr. Bill, I said, I don't need any more junky post hole diggers because I've got a half a dozen of those. I need a good one. He said, don't worry, this one is really good. Oscar is going to scrape the walls of the hole. This is particularly important if you have an auger, because the auger blade will sometimes glaze the outside walls of the hole, making it hard for the roots. The roots will get root bound inside the hole. So we like to scratch them out a little bit. We also just like to put a couple ounces of lime and a couple ounces of fertilizer down into the bottom of the hole before we throw the dirt in there. All right, fellas, so we're going to throw some topsoil in there. So the graft union on this tree, which is right where that tag is, you always have to keep the graft union somewhere around 4 to 6 inches above the soil level. The last tool we need, we call this our plunger. It's also made by Mr. Bill. You'll see as we start planting the tree, we will like to pound the dirt in tightly around the roots so that there's no air gap. So let's really want to get any air pocket that could possibly be down in there out. And we add some more dirt. Pound it again. shot of water. Mud in the bottom of that bucket. Good. And then we will go back now this week, tie these branches to the trellis wire. And we'll probably we want another scaffolding up here, another tier of branches. So we'll head this tree back up somewhere close to where that wire is, and that will have the effect of shooting out some more side branches here, so we have a nice second tier of branches. And in a nutshell, that is how you plant a tree.